Well, Anthony Rizzo now, again, this could be on Boone as well. I don't know exactly how the team doctors missed this, but late May, when we face San Diego and Fernando Tatis puts his thigh all up in Rizzo's face, we were not being conspiratorial in saying that ruined Anthony Rizzo this year. Because now it's coming out he has post-concussion syndrome, and they're saying it's most likely due to that hit. I've had a problem with the Yankees medical staff for a while now. There's a lot of things they've done where I'm sitting there like, what are we doing in this medical staff? At times, it's them announcing that a guy will be out for this long, and then they say, oh wait, we missed this thing, he's going to be out for this long. And then at times it's like this, where they just blatantly miss shit. How do you miss a full-on concussion? That's pretty easy to detect with scans. With the way medical technology has been, I have a lot of experience with it, especially with the brain. With the way technology has been, you can detect brain bleeds or concussions, like movement of the brain. You can detect that in a snap of a finger. Yet the Yankees medical staff after that must have paid no mind to it. I don't know if there was any symptoms coming out from Anthony Rizzo. I don't know if he was lying about said symptoms. But after you take a hit like that, the Yankees have the fucking money to say, no matter what, you're getting a scan to make sure. This is an investment. Anthony Rizzo is an investment for a guy like Hal.
And Rizzo is a guy who's dealt with a lot of other chronic issues.
Chronic injuries.
Yeah.
So you're looking at this, you would think a guy who's also a little older. When you get older, it's easier for you to injure yourself in the brain. How do you not go in with a scan? How do you not say, you know what, we're just going to put him on the 10-day for now, give him further testing, and then we'll figure things out further.
Or think about it, even if he's producing, I could understand why you'd want to throw it under the rug. But after he goes 2 months without a home run, you would think maybe after a couple weeks, maybe there's something wrong. Like if he's not producing, get him off the field and let him rest up. If he's producing, I understand why you might want to test the waters. But if he's not producing anyway, give him the time to rest up.
I even think this is just, to me, it's more the look of it as this is medical malpractice more than it is for like, I'm looking at this more from like Anthony Rizzo's sake more than I am looking at it from the Yankees' sake. Like, I don't even, at this point, I'm not even worried about the home runs he wasn't hitting. That
now we're not,
post-concussion,
we know, but at the time we're like, why?
Well, yeah, well, right,
when
we didn't know exactly what was going on. But again, you're looking at this and you're saying post-concussion syndrome. That's borderline life-threatening. If you get multiple head injuries, because that's, I think, what post-concussion syndrome is that you get another injury to the brain after your brain never healed from the concussion. That is a very severe thing. And now I don't know exactly how severe he got it. That has not been relayed to us, and it probably will never be relayed to us because the Yankees love to lie to us. But that's what I'm saying with the scans. For them to look at that situation and the amount of money this organization is worth, the amount of money that is in this organization, for you to not say, you know what, even if it costs us a little bit, we're going to either send you to the hospital or you just have the equipment there. You do some fucking scans. You make sure, is his brain okay? And I know this isn't the right sport where like brain injuries are a big topic of conversation. But yeah, they could happen in anything. And brain injuries are the most severe types of injuries. You can't see it, but it's the most severe shit. It's shit like this that like boxers go through this. MMA fighters go through this. This is not supposed to happen to a baseball player. And that's on the medical staff. And the reason why I say this could be on Boone is if Boone is basically petitioning these medical staff, these personnel, or whatever, if he's petitioning them to like clear him, that's almost criminal. And you could see that happening because it's happened before. Again, not the same sport, but you get my point. It's like no one in the organization right now, for me, is without culpability. Everyone there, from the people who were looking at him, like the physical therapists that are looking at him, they should have seen signs. You have the medical doctors who should have said, let's just be sure about this. For Aaron Boone not being precautious about his older player. That's another big factor, is that he's older. A chance that he doesn't recover. Now, again, with the way that they're reporting on this, it doesn't seem like it's that severe. But the problem
is you don't know. It could be 20 years from now something pops up because it went untreated now.
It's the fact that it could be that severe.
Yeah.
That's the problem here. And I know it sounds like I'm being a little over dramatic about this situation. But I guess for me, it's more, I have, with everything that has happened with my head and stuff like that, I hate to see brain injuries, for one, but not even just seeing brain injuries, but seeing brain injuries that go undetected. Because that's the most dangerous time for them. But I guess looking at it from a baseball perspective now, if you wanted an excuse for why Rizzo was this bad, no, it's not because of it's the Yankees and the Yankees ruined him. I mean, they could have medically, but in terms of baseball play, he literally was dealing with something. So I guess wait this out if he's able to come back this year, which, again, some people are looking at this news and they're saying, okay, 10-day IL, he's going to get a little break and he's going to come back. That's not a guarantee. Like, Clint Frazier's whole trajectory as a prospect got derailed because of a concussion. That could be the same thing for Anthony Rizzo's career, seeing his age. So you don't know if he's actually going to come back. But if he's able to come back, you're going to hope that he's in a better headspace. He's able to actually play like Anthony Rizzo. But first and foremost, I'm worried about Anthony Rizzo, the person, and the damage this can do to Anthony Rizzo, the person.
And Anthony Rizzo's always been one of the number one players in the game in terms of giving back and making sure he is not just at his best on the field, but doing everything he can off the field with the amount of fame that he has, but the amount of resources that he has as being a Yankee part of the New York City community. And so it really hurts to see guys like Rizzo to have this happen, because we know what kind of effort he puts in to the organization and everybody around it.
Yeah, he's a great guy. You could see him giving back to his hometown in Parkland. You could see him giving back here in New York, in Chicago. Anywhere he goes, he leaves his mark. And so I'm more worried about what does this do to Anthony Rizzo, the person, long term, rather than I'm saying, what is this going to do to Anthony Rizzo, the player, which I am concerned about. Because, again, I am a Yankee fan, and we don't know.
Plus, you want to see him play well for his sake, too.
Yeah, he is a baseball player.
You know he wants to perform.
Where he makes his money is by playing first base for the New York Yankees. So, for his sake, you would hope he comes back strong. You can hope he comes back to a steady career. But to me, I'm asking more. This answer is bringing up more questions for me in terms of how did this not get detected? Because to me, it just seems like willful ignorance by the entire organization.